And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Pour here on a Football Friday.
That's right.
Tony and Zach. What's going on, gentlemen?
Not much, dude. Happy to be here. What's going on, dude? Big old Friday, 2:00. I know you're like, what's going on? But, we had to shoot early today. Back from the capital, dude, the nation's capital. Zach, are you doing all right in there?
Yeah. Sorry.
If you go, hold on now. Go to where the Velvet Llama thing is.
Yes.
Go to remove, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. And then now you can go back up to me where it says DTV.
Yes.
Solo layout, exit solo layout. Nice. And then, where the hell is Brian? Oh no. I guess maybe remove Brian, bring him back in. Add him to stage.
Exit stage right.
Exit stage right, dude. Maybe like hit another layout where like the layout area is. Yeah, hit one of those maybe. Is that what the hell, Brian?
Oh, there we go.
All right, we got kind of Brian now.
Oh, we had it.
With the flipping fudge, dude. This is kind of wild. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, I've never seen this before. Solo Brian. The protector, exit solo layout. I guess, yeah. I mean, like maybe you, Brian, try and get out of leave the studio, then come back in.
Okay. Yeah, give me 1 second.
That's crazy. But yeah, dude, I'm doing great, dude. Happy to be here. Obviously, Thursday Night Football. We were saying before the show, I don't know, dude. Like, maybe we're waiting for Sunday still. It's fine. But I don't know. The game got lost. It didn't have a ton of juice here for me, dude. There we go, dude. That's
all right. And I know I'm peeping ahead, but I'm gonna sit like this because even though it'll hurt my back, I had some chirps from the Peanut Gallery. Kev Do talking about showing some legs, so I don't need to hear that. Okay.
Wow, dude, a little less leg, Brian.
But dude, this is awesome. Definitely different. I cannot remember the last time we did an afternoon show. Like, it feels like it's been years.
Dude, honestly, it is. It's kind of screwing me up a little bit because I kind of feel like it's 10 a.m., but it's really 2 p.m., dude, which is fine. But it's cool, dude. I like it. Like, the 2 p.m. show should be an interesting crowd. I don't know if Kevin will be around. But regardless, dude, it should definitely be a good one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And a lot to get to, of course. And, obviously pumped about the Yankees holding on there in Houston last night, taking that series. And, of course, for the start of the NFL season and then the picks with the TCA. And we got another game tonight after the Eagles beat the Cowboys last night. So much to get into. But let's just start with a comments. Looks like we have comments galore from the
Faithful.
There we go, Tony. I mean, you just said it yesterday. It's like, we need it already.
Yeah, dude. Why not? Yeah, I'll read them off. We got Josh B in the house saying, "Yo, what up, fam?" And he says, "Let's effing go." And then we also have, is that Ernie in the house with the year, dude? Let's go Yankees. Says, that's fine. Speaking of fine, Michael Buckta. Wow, dude, taking a page out of Ernie's book with the year. Virtual Barnes late night chat, dude. Last night,
yes,
Josh B.
Yes. So I could give a little context there.
Yeah.
So Josh, I'm trying to think. I think he was in the Discord. I forgot who he was with. He told me I didn't recognize what person's name was, but anyway, it was like around halftime or delay or whatever. So I popped in. It's the end of the Yankee game. And then Michael Buck, of course, sees us in there, jumps in and stays with stays with us almost to the end of the Yankee game. So, it's one of those things, I'm sure you could imagine it, Tony, where, we're just basically talking Yankees the whole time, maybe a little bit about football. And he just, trying to change the subject matter, talking about how the Mets are going to make the playoffs, what a tragedy it is. And I'm like, Mike, we've got to just worry about the Yankees. Like, come on. Like, so it was just, if we recorded it, I think it would have went viral by now, to be honest.
Oh, dude, that must have been what a time, dude.
What a time. What else we got?
We also got Ernie in here. Series win versus Houston. Effing
Let's go,
lovely.
Ernie. We told all the doubters, Ernie. We told them.
Also, Hot Take Johnny says, Michael Buckta, him and I are really hitting it off. They're texting on the side. I've been another buddy. Dude, what do you think about that one, dude?
It's interesting, and I think that's great. I mean, obviously, I was just kind of telling you yesterday the little blow up spot with him and Kev do, but I'm surprised that hasn't happened. You would think, though, ticking time bomb when they start talking about the Mets to Michael Buckta, he's going to start erupting at some point.
Yeah,
but that's definitely an interesting pairing.
Yeah, dude, that's for sure. Speaking of an interesting pairing, Michael Theophil comes in here with the full NBA Hall of Fame coverage on Monday.
Let's
Michael
go.
Having a great shoot there, no doubt.
Yeah.
And a little bit of gambling, I guess, too, dude, huh?
Yes, I saw that in the group chat. Michael, that's awesome. Glad he was able to rally, and I can't wait to hear what he has to say on Monday.
Yeah, dude, and he gave me, I got the full scope of the Spanish 21 tables when we were at Mohegan for Terrificon. And I gotta say, Brian, you gotta try it out, dude. It's a totally different game, dude.
Yeah. No. And I believe you guys. It's just I guess I'm trying to think about the right way to say it, Tony. I guess I would say, regardless of how it's going, tread carefully, okay? But very happy for Michael. Very happy for Michael.
Yes, dude. Very happy. Very happy. Kev Do. There we go, dude. Brian's showing us some leg. What the F? And then he says, let's go with these NFL picks. He's off from work today, so he's probably been hitting the booze, probably.
That pen, dude.
And then we got Ernie saying, can Hooligan Exotics have their own locks this year? It's interesting, dude. I don't think was Ernie really involved last season in the pick? I'm trying to remember. I feel like it was more Kev Do, Josh B, right? There wasn't really anything.
Josh, really, yeah.
So yeah, I guess, but this is serious. This is TCA versus DTV. It's not, this is heads up matchup.
But then Michael and Jimmy want to put their name in the ring.
Oh, dude. I don't know. Michael, but Jimmy, I don't know about Jimmy, dude.
No, but Jimmy's my boy, honestly. Like he gets riled right away when I go Buckta family chat. I say something about the Yankees. He's reacting to it within seconds, Tony. We're just on the same page with that stuff.
Maybe I should be in the family chat too. Even things that perspective, dude. Speaking of another perspective, you got Donna Lee in the house says, "Good afternoon, all, and a happy Monday or happy Friday." Excuse me, jumping the gun here. Happy Friday.
Great to have Donna Lee here.
And then I guess Michael Buckta with the CeeDee Lamb sucks. I think that's kind of crazy. Yeah, that is kind of crazy. I don't know if there's just something there going on. Donna Lee, speaking of facetious, Buckta cheating on Tommy. LOL. Donna, if you haven't figured it out by now, Buckta jumps around a lot. All right. Yeah. I don't think he's like loose or anything, but I mean, it was Barnes, and it's Michael, then it's Ernie, then it's Tommy. Now it's Hot Take Johnny.
It's whoever responds quickest is basically what it is.
I guess so. And then there we go. Michael Buckta back to Barnes equals the GOAT. And the Michael Theophil, Tony won on the table when we were there last time. Yeah, dude, I lucked out because I was doing the side bets for the match the dealer. There was probably like maybe 2 or 3 in a row where I matched the dealer suited.
Wow.
And that was
see, those are the things like, it's just awesome. It's just, what the thing is, it's like, there's a couple of things, but I think the biggest is the timing is so important. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're hot, like, let's just like try it like for a little more. And then next thing you know, just like that. And then also speaking of timing, sometimes like, and I'm sure this has happened at the Borgata back in the day, Tony, or wherever, but where it's like you sit down 10 hands, 0-10.
Oh yeah. Easily, dude.
It could happen, so that's why
Exactly.
Like I say, tread carefully.
And that's why it's so tough too. Like when the table's hot, like it's just like you just can't walk away.
No, and that's the thing that I've learned over the years, because there is times like, I'm kind of like being like, a little soft here. I'm only just taking up a couple $100. I could win a lot more. But then it's like, okay, in that moment, you got to think about, well, wasn't there times when I was up that much and then Jeremy shot?
Oh, dude, but it's funny too, because like with the match or dealer thing, it's like one hand I didn't do it, and then I did match again. People are like, yo, what are you doing? Like,
but then you'll play it and lose 35 hands in a row.
Exactly, dude. And that's gambling right there.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Michael Theophil also just saying now Carmelo has the best speech, dude.
Let's go. That's
awesome. That makes sense, dude. I feel like he was always kind of well spoken. And then let's see, Michael Buckner, what's he talking about? Tony, you should know that before Hot Take Johnny and I texted, I told him at work at Starbucks. So there's a story behind everything.
Oh, yeah, I think he did say that. But he just always uses Starbucks as, I don't know, an example. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't want to work at Starbucks, that's for sure.
No.
And then Kev Du says, Donna, wrong. Buckta is cheating on Ernie and Tommy, but mostly Ernie, he says. And he says, I guess not the Mexican flan. Kev Du, that's us with the picks. And then Donna Lee says, oh my God, Tony's up for the part of Luigi in live action movie for the Super Mario Brothers. Listen, Michael is Luigi. Everyone knows that. Obviously, I'll take the role of Mario any day. And she's laughing at Kevin. Ernie says, oh, sorry. Always fucking catches me with that, dude. Michael Buckta.
Yeah, Michael, change it back. Honestly. Do Hot Take Johnny.
Michael.
I always do that. Do that.
Oh. And he says, Donna, you don't know me. Oh, Donna, gonna kick you that as well. And then I can't, dude. Let's sift through a couple of these here. Kev, dude, there we go. Senga to AAA. That is kind of wild. And I know it's like, could have saw that coming. The ERA ballooning at this point, dude. Nothing there. Sprout coming up, obviously, but it's just still crazy to think that Senga being optioned to AAA. Again, I joked about it before the show, but it's something you wouldn't really think about.
But you know what I go back to, and I hate to make it seem like it's a generalization, but I swear I stand by this, and it's not to say that they don't have varying levels of success, but it does feel like, and I don't know if it has to do with like the transition over to the major leagues, but it seems like all these high-priced Japanese pitchers, when they come here, like it's like they have flashes, but it seems like they have a very hard time like pitching a full season and then being strong in the playoffs. It seems like it's very topsy-turvy.
I mean, he hasn't, so.
But right, and then you think about Tanaka, you think about Darvish, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't know. There's many other names as well. Even Yamamoto, Sasaki's barely pitched all year. It seems like it's always injuries and inconsistent performance. And, so it's like, are we going to look back in 5 years? Is that Yamamoto contract going to be an albatross,
Yeah, and you never know about Imanaga. And honestly, I mean, not for nothing, and I know you can think of the bat, but I mean, in terms of pitching, I mean, Ohtani injured, missed a whole year pitching.
Right, exactly. Like, dude, I think it doesn't get talked about a lot, but I think it is the fact that they pitch every 6 days over there.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
I think their arms can't handle it.
I guess not. I mean, I don't know how long their seasons are. I know the ball is different too. The baseball here is bigger, which is pretty wild to think about. I mean, just in terms of, especially in terms of injury and elbow injuries. I mean, pitchers are always talking about grip when it comes to that. So, if you have to change your grip up because the ball's bigger, maybe that's a big reason. But I mean, even with Senga, I mean, Mendoza's given him the 6 days rest and he still is just not, injury, so
yeah,
obviously, something to look for. And speaking of looking, Michael Theophilus has got to push at the right time, which is pretty crazy. This next comment was playing $50 a hand at one point.
Yeah, wow. There we go.
For Michael, especially.
Oh, no, exactly. And like I said, I love it. And I think also, and I'm sure you can relate to this, Tony, is like the toughest part too, as like the drinks are flowing to keep that like restraint from like, this is the hand. Just double up. Who cares?
I don't care if I lost 8 in a row. Just bet it all right now. Win it back.
And then you get 20, and then the dealer 5 seconds later is saying, so sorry. Like, you know, it's like,
oh, dude, that's the worst.
But honestly, no, it can be done, but it's tough. You have to have a lot of skill, restraint, discipline, to be successful.
Yeah, it definitely can be done. I don't know what probably can't be done is us getting through all these fucking comments, bro.
No, it's just gonna be a comment show.
A comment show. Josh B, loving the $2 tables. Is that what it says? $1 to $2?
No, he's talking about poker.
I love them tables, $1 to $2. Oh, poker, no limit. Okay, there we go. You get to see free hands. There we go for poker. I've never done poker like in a professional setting.
Who do you think would have more patience at the poker table, me or Michael Butka?
Oh, I mean, I guess you,
but
I mean,
probably not by much.
Yeah, honestly, not by much. Maybe if there's a Yankee fan at the table, maybe you'll be sticking around.
Yeah, we could talk Yankees.
God forbid someone has a Red Sox hat on or something.
Don't even say that 4-letter word that starts with an M. Jeez.
All right, let's skip through a few here. Michael Buckta.
Talking a little smack, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Be careful, Michael.
Be careful, Michael. Donna, though, yeah, there we go. Hey, I was always drunk and or stoned when the Mar Brothers came out. But whichever one you were dressed up as, you were them, Tony. Thank you, Donna. And then what the hell is Josh B saying? And those balls also have been natural. Oh, have a natural tack to them.
Yes,
Japanese balls.
Yeah.
Those Japanese balls, Josh, with a natural tack to them. And then Michael, oh, dude, how about this? Theo Phil had a 4-split hand with aces, got back-to-back 21s, dude. That's wild. Oh, dude, scared money don't make money, he says. There we go. Kadai Senga as your poker dealer, says Kev Do. Honestly, keeps pitching like this. He's gonna be, dude.
Yeah, seriously. He'll be, or with Volpe at McDonald's.
Oh man, I mean, wouldn't that be a time, dude? You go to Mohegan, you got Senga as your dealer, and
Volpe is your waiter.
Volpe is the waiter, dude. Can I get you anything? Yes, Anthony. Vodka tonic, hold the tonic. Thank you, dude. Michael Theophilus says, scared money. We did that already.
No, and I just want to say quickly, I know we're trying to get to the comments, but I definitely am riled that Michael is like fired up about the blackjack table, honestly. Like, I hope this run continues, and I hope maybe it rubs off on me next time I go, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, that would be great, dude. Yeah, dude, Spanish 21, I'm telling you, is crazy because there's no 10s. But I can't believe you guys haven't run into yet. I know you haven't played like a ton since we've been talking about this, but where it's like the dealer 9-card 21. No, that has happened. But then again, like I've gotten like a 7-card 21, and it's like, right. And I'm sitting there with like 15, and I'm like, damn, like should I hit? And people are like, dude, like, yeah, in Spanish, you have to, yeah, you have to, because again, like the odds of like a 6 coming out is pretty high at that point, right. So Uncuffed coming in here saying you guys are late. A little bit of a time change here, Friday, whatever. But clearly, everyone's loving it. I mean, everyone's in here, which is great. Yes, we love this. And then Michael Buckta can fucking kick rocks. But then he wants you to take him the Mohegan, dude. So maybe if Gary Cohen's there, right? Yeah, maybe. And then Donna's saying, "Hello, Ernie." I think maybe she's a little stoned, thinking Ernie knows number one buddy is Ernie, but it's Michael Buckta, I feel. But in any case, I actually wouldn't have picked up on that, but that's definitely what it is, Tony. And it's so funny, Michael Buckta, all I hear is Mets in my house. And listen, I mean, he says it's annoying as shit. And it's like, Michael, we could have a long conversation with this. But it's just, we don't have the time to go into it. I already had a nice conversation with Kevin, Hot Take Johnny yesterday. And Kev says, see now, Bucket wants to cheat on him all with his love Barnes. What a slur. All right. This is when Tony would say, all right, let's reel it in. Come on. And you know what I would say? Let's go to the world of the National Football League.
This kid is special, man. This think to do that.
Gonna run for it. He got it. And there he goes. Oh, the play of the year in the NFL. Throws intercepted by Surtain. Nobody's gonna catch him. Jones to the end zone. Touchdown. Quincy Williams leveling Murray. There he goes. Jamar Chase. Not yet. Touchdown, Bengals. Stafford, Williams. What a hit by Buda Baker. Buda Baker just saved a touchdown.
All right, so today's show is brought to you by Velvet Llama, premium canned cocktails crafted by NYC bartenders with a playful spirit. Enjoy their award-winning espresso martini with Italian espresso and chocolate notes, the crisp Moscow Mule with Nigerian ginger, or the spicy margarita with organic agave and jalapeno. These ready-to-drink treats are made with the finest ingredients. Grab yours at velvetllama.com and ride the smooth wave with Velvet Llama. I mean, I would say, Tony, right now, I mean, an espresso martini wouldn't be too bad.
Mm-hmm. I guess over my coffee right here, actually, dude.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
No, I actually don't, dude. I really should, though, because honestly, like, dude, this coffee kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie, dude.
Dude, it's crazy. I haven't had donut in like 3 weeks because I got the homemade cold brew maker back. So
that's smart. That's smart. Yeah, I don't know. Because I don't know. They put the coffee in this cup like boiling hot. And I think sometimes when they do that, like something happens because the coffee kind of tastes like the cup.
Yeah, that's tough. That's definitely. Yeah, I hate when it's too hot, and that does happen there like a lot. I haven't got hot coffee there in a while though.
Yeah, maybe I should have went iced. I don't know, dude. It would. You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's go. Let's get on with the football.
Yes, reeling it back in. Lightning delay and all. We saw the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles outlast the Dallas Cowboys 24-20. And kind of an interesting game. A lot of scoring in the first half.
Yeah.
You know, at halftime we saw Philly up 21-20. And then second half, I know there was a lightning delay towards the end of the third quarter for over an hour. But there's only 3 points, and obviously a big fumble by Miles Sanders. So I think you know, the biggest thing in this game, I mean, I think the lightning delay, you know, killed a lot of the juice, I would say, in this game. And then also, too, I mean, let's face it, sure, you know, sometimes games are going to be defensive. And 44 points, I mean, it almost went over. The total was 47. But I think we like to see offense. And when you have a game here where both quarterbacks are under 200 yards, don't throw for a passing touchdown, you know, I just think that the style we want to see isn't, you know, just running everything. And obviously the Eagles led the league in rushing last year based on what Saquon did. So I think that's one of the things because, you know, we were talking about it before we went on today, and you guys kind of, we all agreed that, I don't know, the game just felt a little flat. And I don't know if that's too just early on in the season, everybody's not playing at their optimal levels. And sure, I'm not going to lie. I mean, obviously I was a little distracted with the Yankees and Astros last night. And then, you know, and then part of it too, but it's funny, Tony. I mean, I know you know this, getting in more into fantasy too. It is kind of tough. Like, yes, I was happy that I had Brandon Aubrey in 2 leagues, so he did well. But the only other guys I had were AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and they did nothing. So I don't know. It just kind of leaves you with a sour taste in your mouth when you factor all those things in. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously early in the season. And I mean, I think, you know, does it really show us that much? I think it's like, you know, as the season goes on, you know, things kind of come to fruition. But I think for now, you know, we really don't know that much about these teams. I mean, obviously we think the Eagles are going to be good. Cowboys gave them a fight. And then, of course, the biggest story, would this game have been different if Jalen Carter doesn't get kicked out for spitting, you know, before the game even starts? That's something that I've never seen before. And, you know, you see more video, and I guess Dak spit in his area, but on the ground, not to him. So then he spits his face. I mean, it's so ridiculous to me. It seems like it's like someone who has an anger problem to spit right in someone's face. I mean, that just shows a complete lack of control. And I think that was honestly despicable.
Yeah, dude. I mean, how could you really disagree with that? I mean, it's just like, there's really no reason to do that, dude. And again, like you said, you see more video, Dak, you know, he spits. And dude, I don't know if you saw, like, obviously they asked Dak press conference afterwards. His explanation is hilarious. Yeah, man, like I spit, you know, I spit thousands of times, you know, like I spit every game, spit everywhere. Like maybe I spit over there. It's like, it's actually interesting because like you look at the tape and it's like he's kind of like looking at Jalen Carter a little bit, like while he's spitting. So like, again, it's just like stupid shit. But like regardless, I mean, I don't know. If I'm Jalen Carter, it's like, dude, I mean, I don't know. Every coach I've ever had, like for any contact sport I've ever played, is always just like, hey, like that. If something happens where you're pissed off with someone, like they push you, it's whatever. Even if they do something, like you don't ever retaliate.
Right.
Because, like, you never know. Because at that point, somebody might be watching, you know. And in Jalen Carter's case, there was a ref right in front of him. Like, I don't know what he's thinking. The ref is standing right there. So, I don't know. Really dumb move. Like you said, despicable. Fine. I don't know. Possibly, most likely. But also, like, yeah, dude, I feel like it definitely would have changed the outcome of the game. I mean, if you think about, like, obviously that first drive by the Cowboys resulted in a run. And in a score, I should say. And that was a big talk. Like Jalen Carter was a huge talk in terms of the Eagles' defense. Like Dallas's scheme was to double team Carter all night. So it's like now you free that side up. All of a sudden they're running the ball well. Like they're blocking. Like like of course it's gonna make an impact. And it kind of sucks for me because I had Philly's defense in fantasy, so it kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Yeah, and just a weird game. And I know we're trending back towards more of a balanced offense, not so much just airing it out. But besides the lack of passing numbers, I mean, there was only one sack and then one turnover, right?
Yeah, right. The one forced fumble. So
yeah, so it was just kind of odd that way. Yeah, I mean, I think as the season progresses, and like we were just talking about before, Sunday's going to be great. The slew of games, commercials or not, we're going to be riled to see Scott Hansen back. I do think that sometimes, like these standalone games, unless it's like, a premier matchup, I feel like I don't know. I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but I feel like it's like not as good as if it was grouped with the other games. And maybe that's just because we're watching Red Zone. But that was just kind of my feeling. I didn't really get did you feel like there was any really like exciting play in this one?
Like a singular play, you're saying?
Yeah.
I guess not really. I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess
Miles Sanders had a 49-yard run. I mean, I guess. But
I feel like there was a good, or maybe I think it ended up resulting in just like pass interference. So I guess not.
On Pickens,
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess not. I mean, I don't know. Watching Barkley was good though. I was definitely a little surprised at his production. I guess. I mean, this doesn't
3.3 a carry.
Yeah, but I feel like his runs though. I mean, I don't know. At least in the first half, I guess. Like I said before, I fell asleep for the second half, but the first half, I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like he didn't miss a beat since last season.
Yeah. But I just think, as the weeks go on, and really even within the next couple of weeks, we're just going to see a lot better product.
No, I agree with that.
Guys get more reps. I think it'll be better.
More spitting.
Yeah, exactly. But and I don't know. I feel like and I've been kind of standing by this. I just think that Dallas, obviously, I mean, 4-point game, Jalen Carter or not, I mean, was right there. Their defense did a great job too, and much maligned defense. May I add? So I just think, to me, this showed that the fall of the Cowboys to where they're going to be like a laughing stock or win 5 or 6 games was pretty exaggerated, because I don't think they'll have the worst defense in the league. Maybe it'll be bottom 5, bottom 10, but it's not going to be the worst. And I think they're going to have a good offense. And I think too, I think they were kind of messed up because I think their plan was to really air it out, but then they switched once Carter was ejected. So all week you're prepping for one thing, and then you end up doing something different. So, I think that probably affected them as well.
Yeah, dude. And I feel like, myself included, as well as you, I mean, I was pretty surprised with their production in general. And I don't know, it's interesting, dude, because I feel like even like Cowboys fans themselves, dude, they're like almost like you said, like counting out the Cowboys,
Right. And what I would understand is if they're saying like, oh, we don't have a chance to go to the Super Bowl or even the conference championship game, which they've been to since 95. So I understand why they would think that, but I think it's ridiculous to think that you have like no shot of making the playoffs or having a winning record. I think that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, dude. It's actually funny because I don't know, Thorne is a huge Cowboys fan. And he was watching our divisional previews yesterday, and he was like, dude, like Cowboys, because I had them, second in the division? He's like, dude, no way. Like, I don't know what you're smoking over there, but they're not going to be that good. And I was like, I don't know. It's like kind of surprised, dude. Even Such too. Such is a Cowboys fan. And he's pretty bogged down about the season.
And listening to a lot of sports radio, I was actually listening to Adam Shine's show today, and he was kind of alluding to this when they were doing their football picks. But I think it's just a general consensus. A lot of people are thinking like, oh, the Giants, like almost thinking that they're going to be better than the Cowboys, and it's just like, I just don't see that.
Yeah, dude, neither do I. It's also pretty interesting too, because I feel like during the broadcast, obviously a lot of talk around Parsons. And I don't know. I mean, it seems like that a lot of people were like, kind of going to Jerry Jones's side about how the money. Now he has all this money he's going to spend. It's to get better players sort of deal. So.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I would say is in the moment, because at the end of the day, we always think talent wins out. Mm-hmm. You have talent in your building. You don't want to lose it. But if we really look back at history in a lot of different sports, it's like a lot of times, especially when there's like a big contract and then a trade on top of it, usually the team that got like a decent trade package ends up winning the trade. And I understand everyone's talking, end of first round picks, this and that. But you could get a really good player at the end of the first round. And, Kenny Clark, I think, made some plays last night as well. So it really depends what they do with that package. And I just think, too, I mean, also, and again, I know this is just such like a specific thing, but like I can't think of a Super Bowl where the safety, or whatever, linebacker, $180 million contract, $40 million a year, and the team wins the Super Bowl. Like, what I mean? It's like usually that's not the reason why. So I think in football, especially because the cap is tight, and there's circumventing, but a lot of times, you're better off spreading that money around.
Yeah, dude. And it's just gonna be interesting because I feel like maybe this time next year we're gonna be like looking at Jerry Jones and being like, maybe it wasn't the bad idea letting Parsons go.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I've even said that I think it could be best of both worlds because I could see him really helping the Packers. Clearly, they've had trouble, and not to say that they kind of went through it a little. Not even went through it, but it's just changing from Rodgers to Love. Obviously, some growing pains there. Younger team, but I really think this is going to help them out as well. So definitely going to be interesting to see. And obviously, we got the other game tonight in San Paulo. Doesn't it in a way, Tony, like, doesn't it almost feel like embarrassing? Like, I don't know. For some reason, that one, it bothers me even more than having the 6 games in London. Because it's like, I think the flight is like, 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever it is. And it's just like, there's just no reason to have a game over there. It's like, I think football is so big everywhere. It's like, you don't need to have the game in Brazil. Like, and then it's like, I'm sure they're saying the same thing this year. Last year, they're telling the players not to leave the hotel. And I know it's like no one's going to feel bad for the players making all this money, this and that. But it just seems ridiculous. And it feels like, too, a division game. Like, I don't think division games should be neutral site games. Like, It's like what makes a division game great is the home crowd.
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, I totally agree. And it's just like you said, too, it's just not, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's maybe just more personal opinion, but I think the whole international push around the NFL is like, I don't know, kind of dumb. I mean, it is just, I don't know. I don't think there's really necessarily a reason for it other than like, we just make more money,
Right.
This game in Sao Paulo specifically doesn't do anything for the fan. Doesn't do much for me, really. It's on 8 o'clock on a Friday night, so it's like, am I even going to have it in my head that they're in Brazil? Like, no.
Yeah.
And I'll imagine, it's supposed to be technically the Chargers are home, right? Wouldn't this count as like a Chargers home? Like, if I was a Chargers fan, I would be fucking tight.
Yeah.
Like, that's bogus.
But maybe they do it because they know there's not too many Chargers fans.
I guess. But, I mean, I don't know, dude. And
then it's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, like, the whole thing with the players saying they were, felt unsafe. Then why are you going back there?
Yeah. No, it's so ridiculous. But as always, it just comes down to greed. That's for sure. But I guess it is what it is.
Commercials during Red Zone, dude. That's what it is.
I heard it's supposed to be too bad.
No.
Wait. Sorry, Zach. What did you just say?
I read something that it's only going to be like 4 30-second ads.
And isn't it going to be that it's not going to take over the whole screen. It's just going to be the audio, right? Like in the
Yeah.
split screen?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think it sucks, but it's like you look at the way things are going, it was going to happen eventually. Not that I enjoy it or support it, but
Yeah.
like you guys are saying, it's all about the money. So,
and I think by like week 5, we're going to forget about it, to be honest.
well, yeah, because that's the thing with them. Like even like these international things too. It's like nobody wants to wake up at 9 a.m. to watch a game, but they do. You know what I mean? Because,
yeah, and it's interesting. I almost feel like I like just because it like extends the football viewing hour. And
I think that's pretty cool. I like the London game.
I would rather have the morning game. This way, I don't have to get up at 6 to hit the golf course and be back for 1 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, obviously, we'll all kind of keep an eye out for it. But like, as pumped as you guys are for like football being back tonight, though, aren't you going to be keyed in on the Mets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have both games on, but big series, so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, depending on where I'm at, I mean, it'll either be the Mets or both, right? Like,
right, but like, even if you have both, like, but like for instance, you have 2 TVs right in front of you. I mean, the volume is going to be on the Mets. No, and aren't you going to be like, kind of like, okay, like I'm paying attention to the football game, but like this Mets game, like it feel so much more important, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's because it is. I mean, at least again, I mean, obviously the Chargers Chiefs. I'm not really a fan of either, I guess necessarily, but.
Dude, what do you mean? You love the Chiefs?
Oh, dude. Oh, my God, dude. Taylor Swift's going to be in Sao Paulo, dude. Look at the engagement ring. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's going to be, especially, listen, Mets Reds. I mean, this is like for the wild card series. So it's like, yeah, dude, like it's super important. It's more important than a week 1 Friday game in Brazil.
Yeah. Because you know what I mean? It's like, I don't necessarily, like, as during the NFL season, like missing games, but I'm not gonna lie, like if I only had 1 TV and I just had to watch the Yankees all night tonight, it's like, okay, like I'll watch the rest of the games on Sunday, it'll be okay.
Like when I'm at the Horseshoe, I'm gonna ask them like, yo, can you put the Met game on the big screen and make that the volume? Okay, like put that volume.
You're gonna say, sir, there's other bars you can go to. But so what I'm thinking is, I guess we could include this as an option for picks. And like I was saying, we're going to go first. Do
you want me? I know Josh B and them were talking about going to the Discord. So they're all involved. Also, Brian, I think we're getting like some feedback. I don't know if you maybe want to try the headphones right now.
Yeah, I can try the headphones.
And then, dude, I'm hopping into the Discord now. Company of Jace. I don't know if we have whatchamacallit, Josh B on hand, dude. I guess we can do TCA bets. I don't know. It doesn't really TCA live.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter which one. TCA live chat. I'm gonna join right now, dude. Zach, if you want to unmute the Bluetooth, it should, in theory. Dude. Or maybe you didn't want to. Yeah. I don't know. There's a bunch of other people in here right now. So I don't know. I don't know. Just keep it muted. I guess. Keep it muted for now. Maybe I'm just gonna leave then. Oh, there's Josh B, dude.
Wait, but Tony, do I sound better or no?
It wasn't really you, more so feedback on our part, but now I don't hear anything, so it's great. Yes, this is definitely way better. We got Josh B in the chat, dude. Josh B, you hearing us? Is it unmuted?
It is unmuted.
Yes, we are.
Yo, dude, what's up, Josh
all
B?
3 of you. Loud and clear.
Let's
up, boys?
Freaking go, dude. Happy to hear you, Josh B. I feel like it's been a while since I spoke to you.
No, didn't I call like last week?
Yeah, dude, like that's a while, man. Like, what the hell, dude?
Well, you know what it is, Josh? I think we're used to talking every day, so it's a little different for Tony.
Yeah, all right, dude. All right.
Kev, is Kev here, Kev?
I'm here.
You, Kev.
No, I think we got him.
Okay, we're good.
I can't.
I mean, I would say, Tony.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Kev. Can you hear us, Kev?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, he couldn't hear me.
No, everyone hears you, man.
Right. There we go.
But I would say let's just get to picking here, Tony.
You want to get the music on, or you want? Did we do?
I think with them in here, the music, it's going to be too much.
Too much. Yeah. All right. No
Yeah.
music, dude. Kev, you can sing for us, actually. I think.
But a couple of things that I kind of saw
Oh God.
that I'm interested in potentially. Cardinals. I know it's 6.5 on the road, but the Saints are terrible.
Yep.
And then then also what was the other? Well, I guess the Rams. I like the Rams too, and then the Commanders, the Patriots.
What do you think about the
and
Bengals?
The Colts, or not the Colts, but the Dolphins. The Bengals. So it's interesting. I'm down to do that. But I guess it's like they are their last 12 games for the first 4 weeks of the season. The last 3 years, they're 1-11. So they do always lose, but I guess they changed things up, played the starters like a full preseason game. So I'm down. I mean, I'm saying Burrow's going to the Super Bowl, Tony. So if you want to just do that 5.5, just lay it with Joe Flacco.
Right? I mean, I feel like I will lay that because I feel like the 5.5. I don't know. I feel like people looking at that stat. Vegas is looking at that stat and thinking, "Oh, like what's not?" Because I feel like
because usually I put it in the chat, but I can't use my phone right now. Can somebody write these down, or you got it, Tony?
Yeah, definitely. I can text it.
Okay. All right. So
Ernie's looking fucking good today, huh?
What do you mean?
Yeah. No, I see him in the.
Okay.
Got his video on. Dude, he's driving right now.
So that'll be our first one. Bengals 5.5. And then for the second one, I don't know. I like either the Commanders, the Steelers, the Jags. I do like the Packers too. What?
The Steelers over the Jets?
Yeah.
All right, dude. No, all right. Did you say Packers too? Packers over the Lions?
Yeah.
Packers -1.5. Oof.
It's tough. I'm trying to look for like a tight dog.
I know, right?
And I'm kind of struggling with that. Other than maybe the Chargers, I don't know. Actually, the Bills over the Ravens. I know that's like a tough game, but it's like the Bills getting the point. I don't know.
Yeah, that is tough, dude. I don't know. I mean, do we include Monday's game? I mean, how do you feel about the Bears over the Vikings?
No. Everything's on the table here, but I don't know. JJ McCarthy, first game on the road, dude. I kind of like, the Rams.
Rams over the Texans.
Yeah,
I like that, dude.
And I think we do that. I think we do the Rams, and then we do the Bills.
I'm down with that, dude.
So we'll be +1.5 on the Bills, and then -3.5 on the Rams.
-3.5, and then we'll get Bills, Buffalo action. What was it? +1.5, right?
+1.5, yeah.
+1.5, dude. I like that. Bang.
So are we gonna play for something this year, or are we just gonna keep
any ideas, Josh? Because you're usually good at this stuff.
I don't know. Can we meet up for pizza or something, dude?
Yeah, actually, yeah. You want to just do that?
Either something like that, or pay for each other round of golf for each other. When we go out, we go out as a foursome. And
would you say make a few lap dances? Is that what you just said?
No, I would never. Well, I wouldn't pay for them, but no.
We'll have Buckner give them to you.
Oh God.
But yeah, I say the golf. Let's do the 2-on-2 golf, right?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Book
dude.
it. Floor is your guys.
That's right, dude. Josh B. Kev Do, what do you got, dude? Kev Do with the Mets hat on. Let's go, dude.
I kind of lost what picks. I know you took Buffalo +1.5, right?
Mm-hmm. And then we got the Rams -3.5, and then the Bengals -5.5. Yo, he's taking notes right now. Kev Do, dude, not losing this year.
Trends.
Yeah, dude. All for nothing, all right?
All right. God.
Yeah.
We got 4 out of the 5 we wrote down left.
Take your favorite 3.
I want to take the Bucks at -1.5.
Okay.
Okay.
I kind of like that.
Give me the Raiders plus 2.5.
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yeah, I gotta do it. Steelers -3.
Yep.
That's my favorite one of the three.
You guys are gonna eat those words, all of you, dude.
Yo, and Josh is the one that picked that Jets Steelers game. He was
Yeah.
Steelers -3.
But you know what it is? If you think about it, all Jets fans right now, like obviously it was different. Rodgers, there was that like pipe dream, but every Jets fan, I mean, not every, I guess I would say, but most Jets fans are not expecting anything good this season.
Yeah, and I feel like it would be like, again, most Jets fans are also anticipating Rodgers to come into MetLife and just be dialed in. Like,
yeah, dude, you don't think he's pissed off about the cross country flight, the McAfee question? I mean, that's definitely in his head a little bit.
Oh, definitely, dude.
How about it's just the Jets and the Jets just suck?
Yeah. I mean, that's good enough, honestly, to give it legs, Josh.
Isn't he coming back to the scene of the crime from the first Achilles injury?
Yeah, but I mean,
you never know.
Why, you think he's going to tear it again?
I didn't say tear his Achilles. He might get an injury. The turf monster at MetLife.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's true.
But he played all the games last year, so he played a lot of games at home. I mean, it's not like it's his first one since.
Yeah, he was. Oh man, do you remember some games last year? He was just getting pummeled.
But it's crazy. I know it's easy when the season's over and you have no shot, but down the stretch, he actually did play pretty well.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
He was fully healthy. I think he's fully healthy now, so he's gonna be okay this year. He's not gonna be old Aaron Rodgers, but he's gonna be really good.
DK for 2 touchdowns to Sunday.
I always forget they have Metcalf now, too.
Yeah, no, Metcalf got a big game, and I just think too, what people lose sight of, everyone's like, oh, it's not the old Aaron Rodgers, not the old Aaron Rodgers, but it's going to be so much better than anything the Steelers have had since they lost Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, no, very true, dude.
Yep.
And I feel like people were also like, I mean, Steelers defense is going to be pretty stout, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not an easy assignment for the Jets offense, especially when you would imagine there would be a lot of running, so the Steelers would probably plan for that, you know?
And then I was just kind of curious. I don't know if you guys really commented it in the comments, but did you kind of agree with us on the game last night? Like, did you think it was that good? Like, I don't know. It felt like it was missing a little juice. And I don't know if it was the delay too.
They don't give a shit.
To be honest, the game last night, I thought it was okay. I just thought there was no defense. That's why they were going up and down the field.
Mm-hmm.
In the first half, yeah.
The Lightning I actually didn't watch the second half because of the Lightning thing.
I don't think anybody did, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, because I was supposed to go to work, but I woke up this morning with a bad stomach.
Yeah, the first half was exciting, and then they scored 3 points in the second half. So it wasn't
and it's just I don't know. I just like games where like both quarterbacks are over 300 yards. I like airing the ball out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you know what I hate? That I had Dallas running back sit in my bench, and he came up with 20 points.
But at least it's like you have them rather than it's like somebody that everyone's going to try to pick up. So you already have them on your team. So who knows? Could be a gem.
Yeah. But now you're faced with that tough decision next week. And then next week you start him, and then he gets you nothing.
No, imagine the rest of the year he doesn't have 2 touchdowns, but he had 2 on opening night.
It's all good.
Saul's trying to call in right now, but I can't. I'm in the Discord.
I can't.
It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Saul in a while.
Is he in the Discord? Does he do Discord? Is he not?
Whoa.
Yeah, AJ Brown killed me. I'm never taking an Eagles receiver or tight end ever again because the Eagles just run the ball too much.
Oh my God, he's calling in again, dude. I'm gonna text him.
For one game, 11 points, which is bad for him.
For one game, you can't do that. All these teams stink in the first week. You know what I'm saying? They're not
you're right. You're right.
Week 4.
But also, though, I mean, Jalen Hurts didn't even throw for 3,000 yards last year.
Yeah, because he doesn't
but still, AJ Brown was a valuable But I'm
not saying it's
AJ
about.
Brown was still a valuable fantasy wide receiver.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is it's not about – obviously that works for them, but just for fantasy purposes, I just think like a good strategy, especially on a lot of teams like me and you, Josh, is not taking too many of those their skill players or receivers.
Jalen Hurts is going to have 20 rushing touchdowns this year.
Yeah, he could.
Oh, whoa.
But
yesterday, so
I guess we'll see what happens.
I guess we'll see what
I
happens.
don't care if the Cowboys had Parsons yesterday, I still think he would have still ran in 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, probably. I mean, no one stops him. It really, I don't know how any team really stops a mobile quarterback. You go 5 wide, and then you just roll out. I mean, and you're at like the 5-yard line. Like, how do you stop that? Like, it's just like he's going to beat you to the edge.
Yeah.
Yo, isn't it funny that Jalen Hurts got benched in the national championship game for Tua?
Yeah.
And now the roles change. Hurts has been to the Super Bowl twice, won a Super Bowl, and is actually a better quarterback than Tua.
Yeah, no, and it's interesting. For a while, I thought actually Tua was pretty good, but like just after kind of seeing, besides the injuries, it's just like the tough games against the playoff teams, like they don't have success. And you put him in a cold weather game in the end of the year, he doesn't have success. So it just seems like, at one time it seemed like the Dolphins were the talk of town, all their speed on that team, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to end up working out. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is Mike McDaniel's last year.
And Tyreek Hill getting older. Luckily, they do have a Jalen Waddle that's younger, that is a good wide receiver that could step up when Hill's gone to, take over that wide receiver one for them.
And I mean, Hill is pretty freaking unhappy over there, no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that's somebody like Tyreek Hill is happy when you're not winning.
Like 9 of his 12 baby mamas live in Miami. He don't want to be around there no more.
Then,
where are yours?
Yeah, and then he can't be blown his load at the club every night after that divorce too. So, but
he blow his love. He blows his love. Yeah, but he got so many kids.
But also, I think I think at this point he definitely regrets like the way he was like on the way out with the Chiefs. Like he had a perfect thing going there. And the ridiculous nature of saying, I think, didn't he say as soon as he got to the Dolphins that Tua throws the best ball or the most accurate ball he's ever seen?
Did he?
It's just like, bro, what are you saying?
Dude, I see him. You can like make a highlight reel of Tua overthrowing him. Like,
yeah.
It's like if you're overthrowing Tyreek Hill, it's like, what are you doing?
So
yeah,
it'll
you gotta kind of say that though, no?
Wait, what's that?
How many times does
do you have to say it?
I say you're just signing a new contract. You got a new quarterback. You can't say, hey, he might not be as good as my old quarterback, but he'll be okay.
Yeah. No, of course. But I just think, knowing him, and he said some bullshit too, like, oh, he wasn't getting the ball enough with the Chiefs. It's like, come on, they're peppering him with targets. Like, I don't know. I just don't get what he was seeing, because I'm pretty sure too, I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure the Chiefs were willing to pay what the Dolphins paid, and he still wanted to go for whatever reason. I don't know if he just wanted to live in Miami, maybe, but
and it's I think I remember him saying something about taxes, right? It was the taxes, but I mean, his taxes. I don't know the tax situation in Kansas City over there, but still, like, also, like, what does like not getting enough targets even mean, dude? Like, you're winning games, and you are getting targets, so it's.
I mean, and it's interesting. Like, obviously, the Chiefs won a couple Super Bowls since then, but I think both parties just would have been better him sticking together, because you even though the Chiefs have been really good, I feel like since they lost him, they haven't had that type of offense. Like when he was on that team, I mean, they were dropping high 30s, 40-point games like every week.
Yeah, and again, I mean, look at him now in Miami. It's like he's wasting his years,
Yeah, and now it feels like we're at a point where almost like, in a sense, like the Chiefs are like a defensive football team, which is just crazy to say, but
defense and special teams.
Yeah. And I guess while we have you guys here, any thoughts on the game tonight? I know it's kind of weird because it's in Brazil, but.
Yeah, I mean, you guys put it perfectly. It's a division game. They play each other twice a year, and now one of those teams lost a quote unquote home game. I think you guys said it was LA, and it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Especially division games. Like, all right, you know what? You want to do that in a non-division game? Cool, but a division game? Nah, you gotta.
All division games should be at their respective home fields. And if it's a non-division game, that's when you throw it out into the Europe and Brazil and Mexico and shit like that.
Right. And I'll take it a step further. I think it should be like a different conference game. You know what I mean? Where it's really just like it's not any type of rivalry or anything. But yeah, and we're gonna do our predictions. But just to me, this smells like a really close game where once again the Chiefs win but don't cover. You know, maybe either they get a field goal at the end or the Chargers go for 2, don't get it. It just feels like something like that's going to happen. I'm going to be surprised if the Chargers win this outright.
Yeah, me too, dude.
I think it should be
go ahead, Kev.
A AFC and an NFC team in those games.
Right, exactly.
Each have a representative of the conference.
I feel like I would be hammering the under too on this game. I don't know. I feel like just again the flight, where they are. Brazil, I don't know, man. I think they had a lot of problems last season, and I feel like they'll probably have it again. They did the same thing last year, though, dude.
Yeah, and the Chiefs have been known to start slow. So
they because last year was when the Chiefs lost by 1 to the Lions, right, on opening night.
Let's see.
I believe so, but the Chiefs, I mean, the Lions are a good team. So
yeah.
Well. I hear that Travis Kelce's pregnant, not Taylor, but Travis is. So they might be a little slow.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I have to say I kind of do like this this format with you guys on the Discord. It's kind of sick.
Right, it is pretty cool to have everyone in here, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say that we can go on the DTV Discord and do this, but whatever works, right?
Yeah. All the same.
Yeah, next time we'll do the DTV Discord. All right, Josh.
Yeah,
we'll make you happy.
Well, it is your guys' show. That's all.
I feel like what it is
we threw on that one.
We need you guys to take off the next 21 Fridays for football previews, or 22.
Yeah.
It won't be good,
do that, bro.
I can make it work.
We'll make some time.
Yeah. I guess the 2 Yankee fans will make some time. Yeah.
No, don't bring that up. Don't do
that. You know, it would have been a good. I thought he was going to say it, even though obviously Tony wasn't saying anything like that. We got to type. I thought Kevin was going to go. Here we go.
No, it's called I have a job, and sometimes I can't be out in, service. I'm in the dungeon, the dungeons of fucking New York City. Next to your boys, the Rats.
Oh my god, dude!
No, we get it, but no, this is awesome. I'm looking forward to the back and forth all season picks. Let's definitely go Yankees. And can't wait to do this again with you guys next week.
Let's go Raiders.
Absolutely. Keep making me eat my mouth, eat my words.
Go Raiders.
All right, fellas. Yeah, thanks. This has been good. Yeah. And like I said, we'll do it again.
Peace.
All right, boys. See you.
Just like that, dude.
Yeah. No, that was great.
That is a good one, man.
But I feel like almost because it's been so long since we did this. But for the football picks, Tony, has it been that you would say the games and then I would say, is that what we?
Oh my god! Doing? I guess it has. Yeah, I guess that is what we've
been so long. I don't know.
It really has been so long, dude.
Yeah.
Jeez. But yeah, dude, I'm down. Oh, we're doing the full slate, dude. Right? Every game.
Yeah, full slate every
Monday,
every game.
Obviously.
Yeah, except for Monday, right? So,
all right, cool, dude.
I guess strike up the music, Zach.
Zach, the music, ESPN prime time. There we go, baby.
Starting on a Friday.
Speaking of prime time, dude, 8 p.m. tonight, September 5th, continuing week 1 here with the second game of the season. And it's not even in America here. Sao Paulo here. You know the deal. The Corinthians Arena, Brian. The Chiefs, the Chargers. Yes, Josh B said it. Slow start for the Chiefs. You never know. The offense may be lacking. Low scoring. I don't know. But Kansas City -3.5 here. Total 47.5. What do you think about the Chargers, dude?
Dude, I think the Chargers, a lot of people kind of complaining, oh, they're the Chargers, not going to do anything good. Defense is going to be good. They lost Austin Slater, or Sean Slater. Sorry, excuse me. But I kind of was alluding to it before when the guys were on. I think this is a close game. I think the Chargers are a good team. It's just like until I see them win this type of game, though, I can't, see them winning. So I think it's, an under game. And to me, it has 21-20 written all over it. Maybe, fourth quarter, Chiefs are up, 21-17. Chargers, 4th and long, kick the field goal to make it 1, and then the Chiefs either run the clock out or get a stop on 4th down to end the game. But that's kind of my thoughts there. So it would be the Chargers plus 3.5, Chiefs outright, and the under.
Wow, dude, love that pick there. I don't know, man. I would hammer the Chiefs, dude. Butker, game-ending field goal. Love the low scoring though, 17-14. From Sao Paulo, dude.
But that would be hammer the Chargers plus 3.5.
Oh, it would be plus 3.5. That's right.
Yeah.
In any case, dude, let's go to a real divisional matchup here. The NFC South. We're going 1 p.m. Sunday, dude. The Buccaneers versus the Falcons here. Love the implications for the season. Obviously, the Bucs. Without a few key cogs on the offense, but nonetheless, Mike Evans will be on the field. The newly drafted receiver as well. And of course, Baker Mayfield, though. But you love the Falcons' chance here. Penix, who knows what's going to happen. What do you got here as the spread is minus 1.5 for the Bucs? Total is 46.5, Brian.
This is kind of tough just because I think the Falcons are better. Bucs, thinking back to last year, slower start. But I would think there's also some confidence because they've been growing as a team the last couple of years with Baker Mayfield and company. So what I'm kind of thinking is close game, final drive, high scoring game, which will be nice to see. Hanson going nuts on red zone.
Oh, yeah.
But I think this is going to be a Bucs 35-28 victory. Baker finding who else but Mike Evans, corner of the end zone from 19 yards out with 10 seconds remaining as the Bucs knock off the Falcons on the road here. Like I said, final score 35-28. So that's going to be the Bucs and the over.
Evans on his way to another season with over 1,000 yards receiving. Next game here, sticking on 1 o'clock. Obviously here, we're going to be going to Cleveland, one of our very own picks. And you talk about Hanson, the high scoring. He may lose it in this game. Who knows? Browns are playing the Bengals. That's why. Over-under is 48.5. The spread for the Bengals is minus 5.5. Interesting. You said the stat early on about the Bengals in week 1. But are they going to break that mold this weekend?
They better for our picks, right? But listen, the band is back together. Everyone was concerned, Chase wants a contract, he's not getting one. Higgins is not getting a contract, he's not getting one. Hendricks is not getting a contract to get one. They've worked it all out. They're back. We talked about head coach Zach Taylor playing his starters in the preseason. This is a big year for Zach Taylor. If it's a flop again, he's definitely out of a job. But Joe Burrow, who led the NFL in passing yards last year, he's too talented to be sitting home in the playoffs again this year. And how do you make the playoffs? You win games early. You take care of business. And I believe he's 1-3 in Cleveland against the Browns over the course of his career. But I don't care. I think this Browns team is terrible. Stefanski, probably one of the favorites for the first coach to be fired. I think Joe Flacco, even against a much maligned Bengals defense, I said, watch out for Al Golden. I don't think they're going to be as bad as people think. I think he'll throw a couple of picks, but I think Joe Burrow lighting it up. And I have that, the stat for my fantasy team with Burrow and Chase in one league, and I think that will pay dividends. Bengals here hanging a 45 spot on the Browns. I think it's 45-17. Joe Burrow, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 to Chase, who also has 12 catches for 156. So that will be the Bengals and the over.
Love that there, dude. Let's go Jamar Chase. And let's go now to Indianapolis, actually, as the Colts, 1 p.m. taking on the Miami Dolphins. A little familiar face, local flavor for the Colts. You know the deal. Daniel Jones getting the start there. Going to be pretty interesting to see him in a different blue jersey. Who knows, dude? Maybe Tua goes down. Maybe just being really bad. You see Zach Wilson in the field against Daniel Jones. Wouldn't that be nuts? But in any case, the Dolphins favored plus 1.5. 46.5 is your total. I mean, the Colts with Jones. I mean, you got Pittman, you got Taylor, but are they getting a win?
No. And the Colts are another team that are terrible in the first half of the season. Shane Steichen also probably coaching for his job, and it's just going to be funny to see the end result with Daniel Jones. I don't know if it lasts 5 games, to be honest. I know Richardson sucks, but when you're bad, you're bad. And I think it's like the same thing that we always talk about, like with Zach Wilson or Justin Fields to an extent, where waiting. Oh, different environment, different coaching, better skill players. You're going to see a different version. No, you're not. You are what you are. So the Dolphins, while they're probably only going to win 8 or 9 games this year, I think their offense will be good as long as Tua and company are healthy. But I think this is a game where they play well. I think Tyreek Hill pays dividends. I could see him having a big game, maybe 180, 2 scores. And I think the Dolphins will beat the Colts here. Let's say 30 to 24. So another high-scoring game here. But we'll go with the Dolphins and the over.
Love the high-scoring calls here. Still stick around, 1 p.m. CBS, New England. We're going to go to Gillette Stadium, dude, as the Patriots are taking on Kev Dew's Raiders, dude. A lot of people coming into this year. Don't sleep on the Patriots. Sneaky good. Vrabel, another season. What's going on there? But I know you do enjoy the Pete Carroll connection that he has with the Raiders. Over-under here is 43.5. Raiders plus 2.5 here. Amari Cooper announcing his retirement, Brian. What do you got here in New England?
Yeah, I love, Carroll. I think that was the best thing that the Raiders could do. He's going to turn this team around. But I just think week 1, I think the Patriots at home, and I think it's going to be reminiscent of Mike Vrabel when he was on the Titans. Boring games other than when Derrick Henry's running up and down the field. So I think this is a low-scoring game, a field goal difference here. But we'll say final score here, 17-14. So they're just covering, so it would be Patriots and the under.
Oh, wow, dude. Just covering with the under there. I like that call, dude. Should be interesting what you call here on the next game because we're still sticking around 1 p.m. CBS. We're going to go to New Orleans. Watch out, Zach. At the Superdome, Saints are taking on the Cards here. I don't know if it's maybe a good sign for Zach that no one took the Cards this week. Obviously, nobody is expecting the Saints to do much of anything this season. The Cardinals, Murray, I don't know, dude. Right now, Cards minus 6.5. Total is 43.5. Saints maybe sneaking one through here. Kellen Moore, I don't know.
I'm going to say 24-3 Cards. So we'll go Cards in the under. I can't take a team seriously that's starting Spencer Rattler at quarterback. It's the same thing with when they're talking about Jones improving, Zach Wilson improving. They're not improving. So I don't know why we're even talking about that. So the Cardinals, not that they're some 10-11 win team, but I just think they're better than the Saints. So I'm going to say, Cards and the under.
Cards and the under, dude. It's tough, man. It is tough for the Saints. In any case, dude, you're speaking of Daniel Jones, Zach Wilson, local flavor time. Let's go to MetLife, baby. Jets, 1 p.m. taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The return of Rodgers, dude. The enigma back at MetLife, obviously wearing some different colors this season, but what a week 1 matchup. We mentioned DK, obviously. We're going to be a prime target for him. A couple good running backs for Pittsburgh. Solid defense. The Jets showing Justin Fields. What's Mason Taylor going to do? Braylon Allen, Breece Hall. Is Wilson going to even get any touches with the way Fields have been throwing? I don't know, but people don't think so. Steelers minus 2.5. Total is a low 37.5. How do you see this playing out here, Brian?
I mean, somehow, some way, it ends up going even under that, which seems like a ridiculous total, but it's going to. I think the final score in this game is 17-10. And I
Oh
think,
my gosh.
you know, I could see also too Jay out of his seat, riled. Jets go down the field, first drive of the game, score, and then don't score at all until a field goal in the fourth quarter and lose by a touchdown. I mean, it's just we've seen the same thing with the Jets. I don't think the Steelers are going to look crazy on offense. The Jets defense will hold up. Obviously, Steelers have a good defense as well. And I think Rodgers throws for like 185 and a touchdown. Pittsburgh picking up the win. So Pittsburgh in the under.
I can see Jay right now singing as a part Darrelle Revis jersey, dude. Just All right. Well, we go from one New York team to the next. Obviously, Giants are going to be on the road week 1, still in the 1 p.m. time slot. They'll be taking on the Washington Commanders divisional. Yes, we know. Commanders obviously come off a stellar year, NFC title game. Obviously, Daniels record-breaking stuff here, which is why we have the Giants at plus 6.5, total 45.5. Giants quarterback room crowded. Lots of talent, though, I will say. Like you said, a lot of people have the Giants a little bit more hyped up than usual, I feel, because of that. But I don't know, man. You think they can catch the Commanders sleeping on a week 1?
No, I don't think so. And I think, you know, Russell Wilson will be held under 200 yards. I think Jaden Daniels, yeah.
Jaden Daniels, yep.
Yeah, is going to be the star of the show once again. And like I said, good times ahead for the Giants. I just don't think it's this season, that schedule. And I know go back to, but against the Commanders, they've been good, but that was before Jaden Daniels. Like Jaden Daniels takes them to the next level. So I think maybe it's tight at the half. Maybe it's 17-10. But I think the Commanders, 3 second-half touchdowns, and it's 38-17. So give me the Commanders and the over.
That seems about right there. Tough weekend, tough week 1 for New York football. Hopefully the baseball team can do better this weekend. Who knows? But what I do know is I'll be going to Jacksonville, Florida for the final 1 p.m. time-slotted game here as the Jags are taking on the Panthers, dude. I mean, boy, dude, battle of the Predators here. Panthers versus Jaguars. Obviously, Jaguars opening the season this year, trying to come off of something of what a terrible season they had last year, in hopes of becoming maybe some type of contending team this year. We'll see, though. But I guess, hey, good matchup for week 1. They are they're minus 3.5 here. Total is set at 46.5. I mean, I feel like Trevor Lawrence needs to make this a statement game for him, for himself for this year, for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is that happening?
Yes. No, this is actually going to be, you look at this game and you could talk about paint drying, all that. Oh, it's not going to be a good game. This is actually going to be a really good game. 2 former number 1 picks, also with different coaches that they started their careers with, guys that have shown they can turn quarterbacks around. I think that is going to be, on full display here in Jacksonville. And I think it's actually going to go into overtime. I think both quarterbacks will play well, looking good. But I'm going to say Cam Little from 56 for the win in overtime, 31-28 Jacksonville.
Wow.
Number is 3.5. So it's Panthers plus 3.5 in the over.
What a way to end the 1 o'clock time. So let's now go to 4:05, that midday, baby. Let's go to Denver. Mile High, Brian. Broncos taking on the Titans, dude. Obviously, you think Broncos, you think Bo Nix, you think Sean Payton, you think, hey, man, pretty solid wild card team last season. Better to have a good team to watch out for. Titans, I don't know, dude. Cam Ward, Tony Pollard, something maybe. But, I mean, what do you got here? Titans plus 8.5, 42.5 is your over-under.
Yeah, I think this is another situation. I didn't understand the hire when they did, but Brian Callahan has done some good work in this league. And I think while the Titans, aren't going to have a great year, I think Cam Ward showed at Miami last year he's a good quarterback. And the Broncos, this is that tough season. You have the surprise season the year before. What do you do the next year? So while I do think the Broncos win this game, I think the 8.5 is crazy. I don't think they're going to cover that. And I think this ends up being a close game. And I think Cam.
Oh, no, Brian, we lost you. Got nothing, Brian.
Oh,
what?
we're good. No, someone tried calling me. I hate that. Always happens. But anyway,
Ooh.
I'm gonna say the Titans. Keep it close. Broncos maybe pull away late. But I'm gonna say at the end of the day, Broncos winning this game 21 to 17. So give me Titans plus 8.5 and the under.
I like that, dude. Watch out for Bo Nix this year. Let's go now, still 405. We're going to go to Seattle, dude, going up the West Coast, as the Seahawks are taking on the 49ers, dude. Sam Darnold, and yet again, another new uniform here, playing for Seattle. Obviously, trying to show people that last year was not a joke. He is a great quarterback. We'll see. Cooper Kupp there also, probably looking good in blue and green. But we'll see. Niners also, their team here, going to come in here, have a lot to prove after a tough year last season. Will they be staying healthy? Right now they are. So will they be covering the -1.5 and hitting the total of 42.5?
And I don't know if it's official, but it feels like McCaffrey, the calf injury, is he going to play or is he going to be limited or is he going to leave the game early with an injury? All of the above. Who knows, Tony?
Out with the calf, dude.
All that being said, I'm kind of, because there's been a lot of the downfall of the Niners. I think they're better than people think, and I think they're actually going to win this game. I just think Darnold against the Niners, Salah back there. I know he was a joke as the Jets head coach, but I think he's going to do good things with this Niners defense. Him and Kyle Shanahan had a lot of success together. So I could see Darnold, a couple picks, maybe a little nervous after the way last season ended. And I think the Niners, let's do another defensive game here.
Like that.
And say the Niners win this one 21-10, Tony. How about that? So we'll go Niners and the under.
Love that there. From the Niners to the Packers. Let's go to Green Bay, Wisconsin, Brian. Packers taking on the Detroit Lions here as we're approaching our last 3 games of week 1. Who would have thought, dude? Obviously, Packers, Parson, Love. Everybody loves LaFleur. Lions here. I mean, a lot of work for Dan Campbell. No more coordinators. Another year, another hard-hitting offense. The running game. I'm not saying Brown, dude. Jared Goff. The defense healthy-ish right now. Are the Packers going to come out hot at home?
Yeah, Packers are winning this game. And I know people were kind of down on Jordan Love last year, the injury to the non-throwing hand. But I think Micah Parsons' debut is going to be electric. Like I said, too, I think the Lions, another team, the big year of the year before, tough to follow it up. Not to say they're going to have a bad season, but I just think this is a tough assignment for them. And I think this is going to be a great game. This is a shootout, but the Packers will prevail here. I'm going to say 35-31. Jordan Love, I could see, end of the game, finding Tyler Kraft in the corner of the end zone, maybe 10 seconds remaining, as the Packers take the W. So Packers in the over, and we know Erndini is riled about that.
He is up out of his seat right now, dude. You know who else is up out of their seat? CJ Stroud is up out of his seat because he'll be traveling to LA to face the Rams. 4:25 p.m. CBS. We'll see the Texans versus the Rams here. Texans plus 3.5. Total is 43.5. Obviously, Stroud here, trying to bounce back from last year, getting back off the injury schneid will be the Texans. But the Rams, speaking of injuries, you got Stafford, the back problems. Don't know how long he will last. 37 years of age here this season, Brian. What do you got?
Yeah, this is interesting. Obviously, Tank Dell probably not going to play this year. Stroud disappointing last year. I think he'll bounce back.
I think so too.
But also Nick Chubb at running back. Is he healthy now? Looks like Joe Mixon could miss most of or all of the season. And I know people are concerned about Stafford and his back injury.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's going to play well. I think he'll get some good rapport going with Devontae Adams. Look for Kyron Williams to have a good game on the ground here. And yeah, I think a lower scoring game. But I think the Rams win and cover. I'm going to say they'll win this one 21-17. So give me the Rams in the under.
Let's go Rams. Let's go Stafford. I know you love McVay. Speaking of McVay, now let's go to Buffalo, dude. The Bills take on the Ravens, 8:20 NBC, Collinsworth, Orchard Park, dude. You know the deal. Obviously, two powerhouse teams. That's why we're primetime week 1. Allen, MVP, Lamar, MVP conversation, dude. We know about the running games, the receivers, which is why you're sitting in a tight spread. Baltimore -1.5, the total 50.5, which I want to say is our highest this week. What do you see breaking down here, dude?
Absolute barn burner, up and down the field. And then I could see the Bills scoring a touchdown with 90 seconds remaining to go up, Tony, wait for this, 42-35.
Wow.
Okay. So Jackson, 90 seconds to go down the field, drops back, and I would say looking for Mark Andrews across the middle. Bills come over the top, interception.
Wow.
Game over. Bills Mafia jumping through tables. Bills in the over.
Mark Andrews just cannot get a break. And just like that, Brian, week 1, dude, in the books. Way to power through that one. It's been a while since we've had a marathon like that, dude.
Yeah. No, exactly. Exactly. But no, definitely enjoyed it. Good to have football back. Looking forward to Sunday. Might not be too dialed on the Chiefs Chargers just because Yankees on, Sam coming over. It's just there's only so much we can focus on, and it just it's what it is. What it is. I just think it's a bad place game for the NFL at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, dude. I don't know. The Friday game is kind of still weird to me too. So we'll see what happens, I guess. But hey, I mean, I'll do my best to tune in.
Yeah, absolutely. But that being said, let's switch gears now and go to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Tony. Yeah.
And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Too deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So an absolute massive W for your New York Yankees last night. 78th victory of the season versus 62 down, but 8-4 over the Astros. Take that series. And Carlos Rodon tying the Major League lead with 16 wins on the season, 6 innings of 3-hit, 2-run ball, only walked 2, struck out 3. Just an absolute masterpiece and gutted through it 109 pitches. So you love to see that. And last 2 years, I keep saying he's been one of the more underrated starters, in the American League and the majors in general. So he gave us what we wanted. The bullpen, though, again, a little shaky other than Fernando Cruz. Luke Weaver giving up runs again. It was only 1 run, but in 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits and 2 strikeouts. But the home run to Sanchez, and at that point, it made it a 1-run game. Luckily, with runners on, Fernando Cruz able to clean the mess. I mean, he's been so impressive, all season. Obviously, he's had some injuries, but that splitter, the bottom dropping out, I almost have more faith in him than anybody in the bullpen, to be honest. Inning in the 3rd, a hit and 3 strikeouts, good command, 18 pitches, 12 strikes. It was just wow. We actually do have some breaking news.
Really, dude? Let's get some breaking news. The soundbite.
Oh,
yeah. Page 2.
Starting in right field tonight, Yankee Stadium, number 99, Aaron Judge. So obviously Judge, since coming off the injured list, I want to say it's been 20-something games, has been playing DH. We've had to watch Giancarlo Stanton play 3 straight games in the outfield. But Stanton getting the start at DH, Judge in right field, really just makes this team so much better. And Stanton held his own out there. But it's just, it's nice to now. It's like, okay, we don't have to mess with him in the field. We don't have to worry about a defensive replacement late. But that is good news. And obviously everyone's going to have their eye on Judge. What do the throws look like? And I'm going to be at the game tomorrow. So it'll be interesting to see if they have back-to-back games in the field. But just what that will look at. But that's big news. That's our best lineup with Judge in the field. That's for sure. So just wanted to put that out there. Definitely route for the game against Toronto tonight. But yeah, as I was getting to, the bullpen, other than Cruz shaky, Bednar comes in with a 5-run lead, Tony, in the 9th inning, 3 hits, a walk, but had 2 really impressive at bats. When the bases are loaded and the Astros are 1 swing away, and then they have Carlos Correa up, full count, and it actually was a 3-run count, and he goes with I think it was a 3-0 count, and he drops 2 curveballs in. Then throws a fastball out of the zone, inside up, strikes him out. So that was a relief. And then Christian Walker has been struggling for quite some time. So you felt good about that matchup. But still, it was a more lengthy at bat, 5 pitches, and gets him with a curveball down to end the game. So it was nice to see him battle through. And I'll talk about it more in a second. Obviously, I want to get to the offense. But so at least Bednar, he doesn't get rattled. But at the same time, it's just a general thing with the bullpen. Something to keep an eye out going forward. They had a good stretch. Obviously, that was against weaker opponents. But when you get those tough teams, can you have those 1, 2, 3 innings out of the bullpen? Because that's important. Because the Astros, it felt like, just didn't really go away quietly despite us winning by 4 runs. So just wanted to mention that. But offensively, as you can imagine, was a great game for the Yankees. 8 runs, 9 hits, Tony. And you look at the summary here, and how about Ryan McMahon? He ended up being the player of the game, I think, on the radio, or whatever. But 3 for 4. He had a single to give the Yankees their first run in the 2nd. He homered in the 5th, and then he also had a big infield single in the 8th, which we'll get to. But after that first run there in the 2nd, Yankees unfortunately give it back. Yordan Alvarez, I think in this series, he didn't play the first game. I think he went 7 for 9, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, so Tanks from the right center, that tied the game. McMahon gave him back the lead in the 5th. And then Cody Bellinger, like he has all season long, a big single to make it 3-1. Caballero walking on a pitch clock violation, or the pitcher starting his wind up early before looking at the batter. One of those crazy rules, but that's what happened. Finally goes against them, even with Brian Walsh at umpire looking like he's Tim Donahue. So that happens. 4-1 Yankees. And then the Yankees made an error on a double play ball. Jose Caballero playing second because Jazz left this game with a knee contusion. I didn't actually check if he's in the lineup. I have to double check that after I'm done. But he was in at second, so makes it 4-2 there. Sanchez homering off Weaver in the 7th made it 4-3. But the big difference in this game, who else? So after McMahon singled to make it 5-3, Trent Grisham, bases loaded, 2 outs, 30th home run of the season, 100th home run of his career. Just again, and it was one of those right off the bat, just gone. So it's just unbelievable what Trent Grisham wouldn't have imagined that in any type of atmosphere that Trent Grisham would have 30 home runs this year, but that's what it is.
Crazy.
That blew the game open, and like I said, I know Bednar gave him a few hits, some walks, but Yankees able to close it out. So absolutely massive win, and you just love it too. Because, this series, I mean, your offense just absolutely dominated. So that was the whole thing, going into the series. Oh, against the tough teams, what can you do? Or you're not going to hit. But You scored 8 runs the first game. You won 8-4. You lost 8-7 in a tough one 2 nights ago, and then you come back. I met you 7-1. Then you lose 8-7, and then you win 8-4. So you think about the course of these 3 games, scoring 22 runs. That's what it's supposed to look like, and all of this is on top of umpire Brian Walsh. I'm guessing, Tony, you saw the whole McMahon play as well, or no?
Oh, wait, from yesterday?
Yes.
No, I have not.
So.
Oh, wait, no, yes, dude, when he caught the ball.
I mean, was that not so obvious or no? And then they like met in a conference for a second too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was pretty clear as day, I feel like, on the field, and obviously even more clear when they replayed it. I mean,
yeah.
And I feel like that's not, I mean, I don't know, man. That's not something they call that pretty often. Like when a player catches a ball and then loses it on a transfer. Like, I feel like that's not like an uncommon thing to have, you know?
But you're saying where they would call like it not an out or call it an out?
No, call it an out. Still be like,
okay,
no, he lost it on the transfer. Right. He caught it, went to the transfer, lost the ball, player's out, but obviously just lost in the transfer. And I feel like that's, I think that's become somewhat routine nowadays, to be honest. And obviously, had a problem with it yesterday, but I mean, it's like it is kind of crazy, dude. And it's, I don't know. I saw someone on Twitter talking about how like, and I guess it almost is a little bit to what we said too the other day with the balls and strikes calls. Like, I don't know, do people hold like a vendetta against Aaron Boone just because of the way he talks to umpires, how argumentative he is? Because I don't know, it's pretty egregious.
Yeah. No, I mean, and it's interesting. I was talking about this with Josh yesterday. He thinks the umpires are just bad, which is definitely possible.
Yeah.
But I think it doesn't help. I mean, I'm sure they get tired of busting balls, but that's why it's just bullshit. I want a consistent game, a consistent strike zone, no vendettas. And Tony, I mean, as long as we've been doing our show, I never blame games or outcomes or say they're rigged or say the refs are in on it. I never, subscribe to that. But this series, just specifically with that umpire, I don't know. I'm going to be shocked if something doesn't come of this. If he doesn't end up getting fired, it just feels like, it's going to happen.
Yeah, no. I totally agree with that, dude. By the way, I just saw Jazz is in the lineup tonight.
Okay, good. So that's huge. Obviously, he's been one of the best second basemen in the league this year.
Yeah.
So this is an important game, tonight. And Cam Schlittler, he's been money every start. So it'll be good to get him out there again. And on the other side of things, Kevin Gausman, who has pitched well against us recently, it feels like. So you just want to see the offense early and often. Don't give up. And Schlittler, as good as he's pitched, at times has struggled in the first. I know he didn't last start, but it would be nice to see him get a 1-2-3. No Vladdy 2-run homer to right. But I think that's what it is. I mean, the record is crazy. Whether it's if you combine their record, scoring runs first, and then hitting 2 or more home runs. I mean, the Yankees, when they do that, they're like a 600-700 winning percentage team. So that's what you want to see. But I feel good about this. I think Schlittler is ready for the assignment. And the Jays, I always talk about this: mediocre on the road, 36-35. We've been great at home, 41-28. So yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It's get the job done. It's nice to get the monkey off the back. And I don't know. I mean, I know, I'm always going to get excited about wins and stuff, but don't you think, even if it's just to a small degree, but that whole narrative, and I always think the players have way more confidence than we think they do, but just that, they can't win a series against a good team. So they do that. I mean, don't you think that like their confidence, is a lot higher going into this series than it was going into that Houston series only 3 days ago?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, again, right now, just talk about the offense, having Aaron Judge back too. I mean, that's
in the field.
Yeah, dude. That's gotta be a huge morale boost. So I feel like, the boys are riled up, dude. And I feel like that they know exactly how important every one of these games are. And also I'm sure they know that people don't think they can, beat good teams.
Right. So it's like, oh, okay, we can't, right? and then it's like they're jacked up, obviously. Like,
Exactly, dude. Again, not to like, bring up the Mets, I guess, or anything, but I mean, what was the connotation against the Mets for runners in scoring position all of the first half of the season, really up until the last month or so? It's like, oh, dude, they suck. All of a sudden now, like 500 or whatever this past month. And they, Nimmo said it in one of the post-game interviews. It's like, it's not necessarily about, figuring out necessarily what is going wrong, but just about talking about it, bringing it up, making people like know that is something they have to work on, and then you work on it. So I think it's something that, the Yankees clearly worked on in terms of hopefully playing against these better teams. And obviously they have a couple of series also this month to continue to prove that.
Yeah, exactly. So this is massive. 2 out of 3 gets you. It's crazy, like the way the swings are, but it's like 2 out of 3 gets you within 2 games of Toronto for the division. A sweep gets you tied with Toronto, even though they will have the tiebreaker. And then if you get swept, obviously I'm not anticipating that, but it would be, you'd be down 6 games. So it's just like this series is so important. But I think they're ready. And this is all of us Yankee fans. I mean, this is the hope we had all season, where as tough as those times were, that maybe finally, that we would be peaking at the right time. So that's the hope right now. You proved it against Houston. Now you got to go prove it against Toronto. And I also think too, Tony, imperative to win tonight, because you want to win this series. I just feel like starting out in the hole, losing, heel on the mound tomorrow, maybe walks a couple guys in the first inning. You know what I mean? It just, like, things can unravel quickly. So I just think you need to win this game. But that's why I'm riled that Cam Schlittler's starting, because to me, he's our 3rd best pitcher behind Rodon and Fried. So I think he's ready to go. And I think the batters, everybody seems like they're pretty hot right now. Even Austin Wells, other than, of course, Anthony Volpe. But everyone else is pretty hot. I guess you could say Stanton is going through it a little bit, but he was so hot that you feel like he could put one out at any time, and obviously homered the other night. So, I feel really good about this.
As you should, Brian.
And I'm excited to go tomorrow. That'll be great. Seeing maybe my last time seeing Max Scherzer on a mound, because he's going to be pitching against Luis Gil.
That's awesome.
So definitely excited about that. And 4th row, left field, almost towards left center, but home run territory. So 4 rows from the outfield.
There we go.
So maybe we'll get one. We'll see. But we'll do the picks in a second. I was just going to say, I know Kev Duke calling for the sweep in Cincy is a level-headed Anthony Vitariello, kind of just looking for that 2 out of 3 spot on the road here.
I mean, you got to be looking at 2 out of 3. I mean, obviously, tonight, Peterson, Abbott. Peterson last time out, not great. The 2 innings, 8, Brian, earned runs against a team like the Marlins. I mean, that's not great at all, dude. And that was, again, coming off a few rocky starts in his last 5. So, I mean, you just want him to go out there, just put the ball in the zone, just take it easy, eat up some innings here. Because, again, I mean, almost just like the Yankees, too. I mean, the Mets want to start off this series right against the Reds, the wild card implications. Again, just like the Yankees here, versing a team that's 5 games back of you. You get swept here, which, of course, I'm not anticipating. But all of a sudden, 2 games back, Giants knocking on the door probably as well at that point. So there's a lot of implications here, dude, in terms of where the Mets are going to be landing in the wild card. And you want to show up, you want to show out. You got Tong, 2nd start of his MLB career on Saturday, and then you get a first start for Brandon Sproat on Sunday, which again is really crazy to say that in a series this big against a team that is tailing you not by much in the wild card standings. You got 2 rookies starting out of those 3 games, and one of them first time in the MLB. So, I mean, you want to sit there, you want to just relax a little bit, hope the bats still continue to give these guys, any help they can get on the mound. And it's tough. I mean, you look at the last series they had, which I think was at Citi Field, not Cincinnati, in early July, I guess, to start off the second half of the season. I mean, they lost 2 out of 3. Let me just making sure. Yeah, it wasn't Citi Field. The one game you did win actually was against Abbott, who is pitching tonight for the Reds. So I guess you feel good about that. But, regardless, you need your offense to help out, dude. I mean, that's going to be the name of the game here. Not to say I don't feel confident, in Tong to have a good start or even Sproat to have a good start. It's kind of funny because it's almost like you look at these three starters and you're kind of most worried about David Peterson with the way he's looked.
No, that's the interesting thing. I think it's a common thing amongst all Mets fans. You guys are most confident in the rookie pitchers. Any pitchers on the team.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, so far, with McLean and Tong's first start, I mean, they look great. It looks like as if they've been pitching in the MLB all season. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm sitting here with a 2 out of 3 spot. Obviously, you hope for the sweep. You hope that Peterson can come out here and give you, like 8 innings with 10 Ks like he did against Washington a couple starts ago. But again, it's like you're sitting here and you thought that was a start. You're like, all right, against the Nationals, like that's your makeup start. That's the feel good again start. And then you get knocked around a little bit against the Braves, and you just get absolutely tattooed at home against Miami. So I don't know, dude. It's crazy to see what's going on with Peterson right now. Couldn't come at the worst time. And I know you'd ask me. I don't know, Zach, how you feel. But I mean, Peterson's at a career high in pitches this season. I think in innings I think he has 157 some odd innings pitched. Most being from last year was 132. So he's got 20 more innings pitched than last season. Most of his career. I mean, do we chalk it up to fatigue in terms of why he's been pitching like this, Zach?
I mean, if you look across the board at all our starters, you could kind of make the same argument. Are you chalking it up to that? I don't know. I think he's having an off go of it right now because he was doing well in the beginning of the year.
No, yeah, great.
And he's not really a strikeout guy particularly. So if that's not going well for him, people are hitting the ball, that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just think in general too, like it is interesting that at this point in the season with where we're at, we're more reliant on our rookies and we're more excited for our rookies. It just is very strange and it's not what I projected for the season at all, but it feels like starting pitching has taken a serious dip. So we've had to make changes.
Yeah. No, you're totally right.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it feels like it was like years ago we were lauding Hefner for Griffin Canning's performance, and here we are now, right?
Yeah, kind of crazy, but I mean I don't know. I still feel pretty good against Cincinnati right now with the way the Mets offense has been going. I mean, I'm pretty confident taking 2 out of 3 here.
You should be able to, and it's the same thing I just said about the Yankees. Got to win tonight.
Got to win tonight, dude. Again, even more so for those rookies, I mean,
right.
I feel like if Tong goes out there, Sproat goes out there, and you're like, oh man, this is kind of a must win or whatever. Just not coming off on the right foot this weekend. You got to help those kids out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So that'll be interesting to see. And do we have the picks updated from yesterday?
I do not, dude.
But I mean, you don't have to update it now. We could just
do a little look back.
Yeah,
that's classic look
easier.
Back, dude. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, we'll update it.
Do you know who's leading off? I think it's me, right?
I believe so. So let's do it. Let's do another MLB 6-pack pick segment brought to you by Velvet Llama. Ride the wave.
Absolutely, dude. Riding the wave are the Mets this weekend, dude. I mentioned it. Cincinnati, the Reds, playoff implications, 6:40 p.m. over there at Great American Ballpark. Ballpark that looks pretty fun to go to, if I may add so myself. I mentioned the pitching matchups. Peterson, second half, not great, but I'm telling you right now, he's resorting back to his usual ways in this first half of the season. Extra rest, a couple days off here, right? They were in the middle of the 16-game stretch, or 10-game, doesn't really matter. They have the day off, extra day off, feel yourself, get right spot here against the Reds. So give me Peterson here. You said it, Zach, not the strikeout guy, but I'm telling you, the off speeds, the sinkers, the sliders can get him through this game. Give me 7 innings of 2 earned runs for David Peterson. Efficient, 99 pitches thrown. Those 2 earned runs coming in that 7th inning. Doesn't really matter because what else is coming is the Mets offense, baby. Abbott gets absolutely popped, I think. 4 2/3, 5 earned runs. Reds never get it off the ground. Your over-under here is 9.5, dude. And I think it's going to be the Mets. I think it's going to be the over. Mets win this game. I'll say 7-3. Book it. Momentum on this weekend. All-time high, baby. Let's go.
Like we said, setting the tone, starting with a victory in a series, and that's what the Yankees are going to do tonight. And I think it's going to be a tough, hard-fought game down to the wire. But for me, I see both starters going 6 innings, giving up 2 earned runs, probably a decent amount of strikeouts, at least 5 or 6 for both.
Oh, yeah.
And then I can see this happening. I know Grisham obviously had the big blow last night. I think tonight, Jazz Chisholm, after the injury last night, the poor call 2 nights ago, him, 8th inning, 2 outs, full count, a runner on first, 2-run homer, crowd goes nuts, right field, second deck, Tony. And then it's interesting, I think, because all the pitches Bednar threw, Weaver going back-to-back, Cruz going back-to-back. I guess Doval closes it out because if Devin Williams enters for the save, he's going to be booed off the mound. So we're going to say Doval striking out the side in the 9th there. So Yankees 4, Blue Jays 2, Yankees in the under.
The big blow, dudes. All right, let's go now. Next game for me. Where are we going, dude, is the question. St. Louis looks pretty interesting. Arizona looks interesting. I guess so, dude. Oh man, you're not gonna like this, dude. But let's go to Arizona, the late game here. As the Diamondbacks are hosting the Red Sox, Brian. 9:40 p.m. Red Sox coming here at -135. Over under is 8.5. Peyton Tolly on the mound, getting his 2nd start around the MLB. Looking okay, I guess you could say. 5 1/3. Was his first, is how deep he went into his first start, here against Pittsburgh. 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 8 Ks, though. Strikeout stuff looks good. Obviously here, faced up against Arizona. And people tell me that he looks like me. So I'm going to take Peyton Tolly here. I'm going to say he goes 6 innings, 1 earned run, getting in those double-digit strikeouts here for the first time in his career, fanning 10. Arizona D-backs here. Eduardo Rodriguez, probably solid outing for him, I guess. A 5.44 ERA here. I don't know, man. I think maybe 3rd time around the lineup is when he gets into some trouble here. It's the Red Sox, the deal with them in terms of young talent, too, and offensive prowess. Riley's been pretty high on them. I would say Rodriguez ends up going 5 2/3, 5 earned runs. And that's all of the scoring, actually. Both bullpens seem pretty good. Even though D-backs bullpen, I guess, has been kind of up and down this season. They haven't been really great at all. So why not give it a couple towards the end? Red Sox 7, D-backs 4, Boston in the over.
All right, and probably the least talked about pitcher in the major leagues with double-digit wins and a sub-3 ERA. Give me Nick Pivetta and the Padres here. In Colorado, Kyle Freeland, the human pitching machine, whatever you want to call it, right. 3-14, 541. Padres have been up and down, and actually 6 under on the road, but I think they swing the bats tonight. I'm going to say Manny Machado, 2 homers, 9 RBIs for Machado. So put a little prop bet on that, Ernie, for total bases. But anyway, I think it's just a bloodbath, and I think Pivetta, even at Coors Field, 7 innings, 2 earned, maybe 5 strikeouts. But they're hanging a dozen on the Rockies, so we're going to say 12-4 Padres in the over.
Are you sure that's the over, Brian? I don't know, dude. All right, let's go. Next game, last game for me, dude. Battle of Texas, Stros Rangers, dude. Merrill Kelly on the bump here for the Rangers. Last time out, dude. Athletics, 6 1/3, 3 earned runs. Cleveland, 7 innings, no earned runs, the 8 Ks. Looking a little dominant in his last few starts here. Pretty solid for Merrill Kelly and the Rangers. And the Astros, who says undecided, so I don't know, bullpen game, I guess, for them. It doesn't really matter much because Kelly is going to throw 7 scoreless. I know Alvarez, if we hit 7 out of 9, whatever it was. Quiet game for him. Give him the golden sombrero. Why not? Kelly dialed. Give me Adolis Garcia with a 2-home run night, routing the Astros. Give me the Rangers win this one. I'm going to say 6-1 Rangers under.
All right, third game, final game. They've burned me all week, but why not get burned again? Give me the Dodgers over the Orioles, the Camden Yards. Dodgers getting swept by the Pirates. Pirates, I was telling JD this yesterday, 42-30 at home, despite being, I think, 10 under 500. Whatever the case may be,
That's wild.
Orioles have been playing better. I don't care. I think Glasnow strikes out a dozen over 6. I think Ohtani hits 2 homers, 6 RBIs.
Ooh.
Dodgers 10-4, up and out. Dodgers over, just like that. MLB 6-pack pick segment brought to you by the Velvet Llama.
Love that, dude.
Wow, right? Big weekend ahead.
Dude, huge weekend ahead. I can't believe about all the sports we're going to talk about on Monday.
I know. It's going to be nuts.
NBA game, dude.
Yes. No, and it was great. The Discord. I think we'll get more of that as time goes on. But that was great having the guys in the Discord.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
And then also one thing I wanted to mention. Go to Josh B's comments here.
What do we got from Josh B?
Or I'll read it actually. He says, no, you can easily subscribe to that, Barnes. And Tony, can you at least back me up here? I feel like
about the umps.
Yeah, I don't blame games on umps. I don't think there's conspiracy rings, even though we've seen it. Right? Have I ever said that before?
No. You always said you don't buy it, dude. If you're losing a game, you're losing. Just do better at the end of the day, right?
Exactly.
Make them so they can't make like just hit the ball.
This was the first time, and other times I had seen umps make bad calls, but I thought it was because they were bad, not because they were fixing the game. So that's what I was saying there. And then he says he saw a video that shows him giving the Astros calls and nothing for their opponent. It was almost awkward to watch. Yeah, that guy deserves to go to jail, honestly. And then also Josh B says you need a Jordan flop to try and get you into the playoffs for fantasy. Makes sense. I'm trying not to jump Barnes this week.
Oh, wow.
Wait, but I feel like, I don't know. I guess I'm not looking at the scoreboard, but I guess it's close because I think I was losing by 1. I don't know what's happened with the day game. But I'm confident. I think I'm going to be in there. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, no, I think you'll be fine, dude.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I guess that's really where we're at. But it's definitely going to be a good weekend. And it's funny, all week, Tony, I guess other than Monday, because we were talking about it, no mention of college football. Weak slate this week, but Michigan, Oklahoma. Give me the Boomer Sooners in Norman, by the way, though. That's the only ranked opponent game this week. That's just kind of my thoughts there. But right, Zach, I mean, just terrible. I know, there's certain games, opponents, timing, but to have such a strong matchup, week in week 1, and then to go to this in week 2, I feel like it just sucks all the air out of the momentum of the season.
Yeah, I hate it because, like you said, coming off a huge week, they got to get these like small schools out of the way, and I know these small schools get paid to play these bigger opponents, but it's like, come on, nobody wants to watch that. And I think with the way that college football is going, it should be more of like, at least 3 big matchups a week,
Yeah. Well, I think the easiest thing is, I know it probably won't be a popular thing because some other schools get screwed over, but just Power 5.
Yeah.
Stick with the Power 5, and then put the other schools with the FCS, and then it makes that league more competitive. I don't know. Just a thought. I know it's like going to minimize them, but they're not winning anything anyway.
Yeah.
So be interesting to see. But hopefully, as the weeks go on, it'll be a little better with the matchups. So I think that game tomorrow night will probably be good, but we'll see. But yeah, that's where we're at. And then Josh B also says, "I'm trying to jump Barnes. My bad."
I figured that's what he meant. I was
yeah. I knew it. But yeah, what a marathon here on a Friday.
Absolute marathon, dude.
Great show today. Great week of shows and great interaction from everybody this week. So we love that. And we really appreciate everybody who tuned in and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jane. Costume, the merch at DowntimeTV.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Mets.
We'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, dude.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.